Welcome to my channel. It's me, Gorgeous Gold, coming on with our golden energy update. This is a new reading to the channel, so I'm very excited about it. I do want to just begin by saying thank you to all of you guys that have been supporting me continuously. I love you guys, and I'm so grateful. Thank you for everything and for being here and sharing and subscribing and everything. Just thank you. Mwah. Thank you. Anyone that's been supporting my business, period. In any way, thank you. I can't say it enough. Just thank you. To anyone that's new, if the message resonates with you, please hit that subscribe button and know that it's all greatly appreciated. Any likes, any shares, any subscribes, it all means something to me, every single one of them. So that being said, we're going to jump in. Oh, one more thing. If you guys would like to book a personal reading with me or place an order for a spiritual self-care box that's personalized to you, really just, I provide all kinds of services. Please, my information's down in the description box, so feel free, reach out to me, shoot me a text, whatever. So I have my business number down there as well. Thank you guys. That gets that out there. So let's jump in. I want to ask the universe to protect us all by placing a force field around us. Fill that force field with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative will ever attach. Ask the universe to use me as a clear channel to guide all of those. Thank you in advance for all messages. Thank you to the ancestors, spirit guides, angels, and mentors. All right, let's see what's going on. What's our energy? First card out, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay. Then we have the 8 of Diamonds, which is the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Clubs, which is the 8 of Wands. Ooh, that's too many cards. And then we have the 8 of Hearts, which is the 8 of Cups. So now we have 1888. That is what is happening right now. That 8 is the infinity number. So for me, when I see 8s like that, and then we have the Jack of Hearts, which is the Knight of Cups. So whenever I see 8, I think of infinity because 8 is an infinity sign. And so what just the 3 8s coming out, period, is symbolizing that we are in a divine time. This is a time where things in our lives are going to be flowing into alignment only if we decide that we're going to move in that direction, move with what we are guided to do. This is a time where divine timing is highly at play, and it just means that whatever you have been working on and whatever you've been wanting, it's manifesting because now it is in the right time frame. But it's about you maintaining persistence and keeping up the work, because we do know we have free will, and if we're deciding to stay in certain cycles and repeat certain things, then that's exactly where we're going to find ourselves back repeating the same cycles. But if you have been making them moves and you're trying to do different things and you're staying persistent on your goals and your visions, then this is divine timing at play. Just 3 8s coming out. There's also just a lot of significant messages. So I do recommend going to look up 888 and also looking up angel number 1888, because that is going to give everyone a different message. So definitely check that out. Ace of Hearts being the first card out. This is a time about fulfillment. This energy that is surrounding us is really thinking about dreams, thinking about things that we've been wanting to manifest in this lifetime, and also thinking about the things that we have manifested. What things do we have around us that make us feel good? Really being in an energy of gratitude. But also with the Ace of Cups, I'm seeing that there's just an abundance of love flowing from within. I'm seeing a lot of happiness surrounding people. Yes, there have been a lot of difficult moments, and really, I'm looking, and even as I'm reading the cards, I can feel this energy of like, maybe things aren't shaking the way that you thought they were going to. Maybe things aren't playing out for you exactly how you thought, and things aren't moving in the way that you thought they were going to move, but they are still moving. There's still this energy that is around that's just like happiness. It's an energy of finally seeing that things are going to be flowing for you. There are things that are unfolding in your life that you didn't realize would be happening. There are things at play, or it's almost like you can see what is on its way. It may not be here, but you feel it. You know that you're on the brink of greatness. You know that you're so close to your dreams that you can almost smell it and touch it. And the crazy thing is you're sitting back now and you're kind of looking around and taking stock of your life and embracing where you are, which is exactly what the universe wants us to be doing. Because, you know, everybody wants the success, but what about the success story? You're going to look back on your life on these days one day and realize like, wow, those were the greatest moments, that hustle, that drive. Because now we're working towards these visions, these grand visions, and breaking generational curses and cutting out toxicity and breaking all these cycles and working so hard to get to this space. We're working to climb to this mountaintop. And then we're going to get to the mountaintop and we're going to look down like, wow, we made it. And it's almost like the energy of now. It's not to say that you're not going to be grateful for where you got, but right now it's like, enjoy the hustle, no matter what it looks like. No matter if you're having long nights and you like, I'm tired of being broke, I'm tired of struggling. Enjoy these moments right here, because just know, you already know it though. You can feel it. If you look deep within your soul and look around you, the energy that surrounds you, you already know that everything that you've been working towards is on its way. So right now it's just about sitting back and enjoying the hustle, sitting back and enjoying the work, and embracing that you're creating something beautiful. Rather if it's a book, or you're going to cosmetology school, or you're about to begin college for this, or you're a brick mason, or whatever you're doing, like, you're a construction worker, you're hustling at your daytime job but working at your nighttime job, you're making music, staying to your vision, and trusting and knowing that the energy that surrounds this planet right now is an energy of actually allowing dreams to come true, especially for those that have that light code in their bodies, those that are here to be light workers. We are being greatly rewarded, because those that have struggled greatly are always blessed greatly. Those that have gone through so much turmoil are always those that are blessed so greatly, because 9 times out of 10 those are the people that were sent here to struggle like that so that they can utilize their stories to break cycles and help other people. Stories are meant to be shared. Our journeys are meant to be shared in whatever way possible. It doesn't matter what you came here on this planet to do and what your calling is. It's somehow going to align with the journey of another and help them. There are people waiting for you to cross their paths. And the energy that is surrounding us is finding out and determining what feels good for us. What have we been working towards? What are we manifesting? And then boom, we got the 8 of diamonds. So like I said, this is the 8 of pentacles. This is about putting in that hard work, but enjoying that you're working so diligently and amazingly that you don't even feel like you're working, because you realize that now you're about to start seeing little things coming to fruition. All of the things you've been putting in this effort for, you're about to see them flowing into fruition. Seeing miracles unfold right before your eyes, and you can already feel it. You may not be seeing any of this yet, but you can feel it. For the collective I'm speaking to, I know you can feel it. It feels like you're on the brink of something big. You cannot see it, but you can smell it. It's like when your grandma's in the kitchen cooking that soul food or cooking whatever food she cooks, and you can smell it and your mouth starts watering because you know dinner's about to be bomb. But right now you're just in that phase of sitting in the living room trying to watch TV and smelling the food, trying to distract yourself, talking to your cousins or doing whatever, like, oh, I can't wait till grandma's food is done so we can get in there. Me and my cousins used to be sitting at the table, well, actually in the living room at the table. All the grown folks in the kitchen, but my grandma always made sure the kids ate first. But anyways, we'd be sitting in the living room smelling all the collard greens and the ribs and beans and cornbread, whatever she cooking, because grandma go throw us down. But just sitting in the living room like, damn, I can't wait till the food's done. I can't wait to get in there and attack that. Then you see a whole buffet. Like, ooh, I'm about to get in there, dig in there. So, I don't know. I'm fat. So food in general makes me happy. Like, I'm skinny fat. It just makes me happy. So just smelling that food and knowing you about to eat some bomb ass food. That's what's happening right now. We are smelling some bomb ass food, just waiting for our chance to eat, but we gotta enjoy the smell, because the truth is, once you attack the plate, then what? You sitting on the couch full as hell, I gotta unbutton your pants, and then you go home. Like, all right, well, that was cool. It's almost like the anticipation of it and tasting it is amazing, but enjoy that smelling. Enjoy the part where you get to talk to your cousins and bond and wait for your grandma's food, because soon all these things will become memories, and we will look back and be like, damn, I remember when I was living in that 1-bedroom apartment, hustling off the ground, getting it in, doing this and that. Like most rappers, you know, they make the song of the rags to riches. Like, damn, I remember I was in the basement doing this and that. And so this is your basement story. This is your come up. Enjoy it, embrace it, enjoy the hard work, because this is a part of the story. You're gonna be speaking this to crowds like, hey, and I started off with nobody, no employees, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm a multi-billionaire company. Like rags to riches, success story. 8 of Wands. This shit is coming in fast. This is the center of your reading. So of all the messages, this is the center of the reading. So that means that this stuff is happening fast while you are living it. And I always tell all of my clients this. While you're sitting in it and while you're living it and while you're working hard and doing the shit, it feels like, oh my God, like watching paint dry. Like, but when you look back on it, like when we get to where we going, and our businesses are successful and we have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 clients and our phones are ringing off the hook, and now we got to open a store, and then we finna open our second store. When you get to that space, you're going to look back like, damn, that was last year? No, hell nah. Last year I was not sleeping in my car. Like literally, that's how fast it will go. It seems right now while we're in it like this shit is forever, but it's really not. It goes so quick, just like the rest of life. And then you look back and you're like, wow, that was a short amount of time. I can't even believe I did that. If you even look at your life right now, I look back over the past couple of years and I'm like, wow, I cannot believe I did that. Like, I've graduated from college 2 different times, got married and divorced. I'm only 26. I've started a whole entire business, got my own spot. I'm in the process of buying a house. Like, seeing everything I've done in totality and how fast I did it. I finished an associate's in 9 months, and just continuously putting in that work, just putting it in and seeing like things unfolding. And while I'm doing it, while I was going to school, it felt like forever. But I'm looking back and I'm like, I earned 2 college degrees in less than fucking 4 years. I did it in 3 years. Like, 2 college degrees in 3 years. Like, just looking at things like that, honestly, I feel like everybody should do it. I actually just bought a poster board and made an accomplishment board, because everybody's making vision boards. And I was watching Candace on Can Be the Light, and she was talking about how, like, yeah, everybody talks about making vision boards, but what about accomplishments? Like, why don't we celebrate those? Because sometimes we're so busy trying to get to that next goal that we don't even stop to see all the goals we just accomplished, all those brick walls we just motherfucking demolished that we came in and punched down. So this is a time now where it's time to really, first of all, be grateful for where the fuck you came from, where you're going, how you got there. And then also to just be grateful for where you are right now. Be grateful for everything you've already accomplished, because again, our dreams are unfolding. For those of us that have been working diligently, healing and trying our hardest, even if you have slip ups, even if you know you still trying to go back and you have the moments of reevaluating the past, as long as you've continuously been moving forward, you may take a look in the rear view every couple of minutes, you know, every 20, 30 minutes on your road trip. You're going on a 15-hour road trip. You might look in the rear view a couple times. Just make sure, oh, ain't nobody behind me still. Oh, I don't want to go back that way. I'm trying to get over here. So I say that to just say, like, don't feel like just because, you know, you may have slipped up or you've had mishaps or you've made mistakes or you've done things right now, even since you began your spiritual journey or since you began your healing, that you're not proud of or that you feel like they're setting you back. As long as you know in your heart you've remained diligent and you've actually taken the time to become aware of your mistakes and realize, okay, well, that's where I messed up there. That's a lesson now. This is how I'm going to go. As long as you are taking the mistakes, as we call them, because really we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So the only way to experience being in a human body and to actually grow is through mistakes. They can be through positive mistakes or negative mistakes. Some mistakes we've had come back and they bit us in the ass so hard that it was stung. And some just feel like a bee sting where it hurts really fast, but it's over pretty quickly. Like, there's been those times, but as long as we are taking each of those moments and growing and elevating and continuing to move towards what it is that we came here for, be proud of yourself and sit back and embrace who the fuck you are right now and how you had to get there. Excuse my language, you guys, but it's just how I speak, because right now I feel very passionate and I feel very fiery and I feel very just, somebody is doubting themselves, or all of us could be just get into that space of feeling like, I don't know if I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm on the right path. I keep making mistakes. So why do I keep doing this? Why am I going back? It could be with your finances. Like, why do I keep spending money like this, knowing that I need to be doing this and that? Don't be hard on yourself. Analyze it. Speak to your inner child. Speak to your own thoughts. Meditate on it. Reflect and come up with the plan to make sure you can move differently. Don't get stuck and harbor on what's already been done. Analyze what's been done and see how you can change it. The Eight of Hearts is saying, Eight of Cups, we need to walk away from the behaviors that have haunted us in our past. We need to walk away from relationships that have kept us strapped. You know, I always looked at this metaphor. Being with my husband, I felt like I was in the ocean and he was an anchor, and I love him. You know, I really do, but it's just the truth. Like, it felt like I was being pulled down and my body was literally trying to pull me up. Like, the ocean's like, swim, swim, but it would just keep pulling me. And to set myself free, like when I cut that chain off, although it was terrifying, you know, I'm out in the middle of the ocean. I don't know where I'm going to go, if I'm going to be able to survive, where I'm going to find food and shelter and water. It was scary, but I swam and I swam and I felt free. And I'm here today surviving. So you can walk away from toxic relationships. You can walk away from things that do not serve you. You can walk away from things that do not feel good at your core. And you can speak up. You can set yourself free. You can heal from childhood trauma. You can heal from abandonment issues. You can heal from codependency. You can cut out eating unhealthy. You can create an exercise regimen. You can do whatever your heart desires. Whatever you're telling yourself you cannot do, you can literally do it. Whatever you're telling yourself that you cannot live without, I bet you are going to be living. You're going to be thriving, in fact, because if your heart is calling you to do it, that means it's in alignment with your soul's purpose. And that means that you need to get to it. Whatever your heart is telling you to do, that means that it's time for you to move towards what your heart is saying. That's why we have the Jack of Hearts, which is the Knight of Cups. It's time to get moving, because life waits for no one. And right now things are moving so fast and changing so fast in our world. We don't even have time to sit and reflect and continue to keep ourselves in boxes. The universe is to a space right now where it's like, okay, well, if you're going to decide to stay in that relationship that you already know that you don't want to be in, for another 5 to 10 years, that's on you. That's a cycle that you're picking, you're choosing to relive. I've already given you the knowledge that you need to leave. Everybody around you is telling you, like, look, this is really not in alignment with you. And also, I want to cut that saying out, because it really doesn't matter what everyone else is saying around you. It really matters what your own heart is saying. Because sometimes you might know that you need to stay somewhere and everybody else is telling you not to, or whatever. Don't ever listen to what other people are saying, unless it's like a domestic violence situation. It's all situational, but always listen to yourself first, because your heart always knows. If your body feels constricted and it feels stuck and it feels like you are not living in your truth, you feel like you're literally drowning being around specific things or people, or when you do something, you feel like shit after the fact, that means that that is not in alignment with your soul's purpose. That means that that's something that you need to move away from. That means that that is something that you need to cut out. And also trust that you can survive without it, because that is what happens. We get in that mental loop feeling like well, excuse me. Oh, well, if I leave, how am I going to pay rent? I got kids. It's not just easy to up and leave. There are options. And then you don't have to run away today, but it's start setting yourself up, because when you show the universe that you're about it, then you'll be about it. If you want to get up and leave a situation that is unhealthy for you, but that is your means of income, then you're going to start getting a little job. And if it's not possible for you to get a job, then the money you would have taken to go buy blunt wraps or whatever, rather if it's $2, $3, $4, $5, take that $5, put it in a box. The next time you could get money, take that $5, put it in the box, and I guarantee you, because you're taking those little baby steps, the universe is going to match you, and somehow that $10 that you put in that little box, your family member is going to contact you and say, hey, I just got a $3,000 check. You want, I'm gonna just give you $500 just because. And now boom, you got money for a deposit on an apartment, all because you told the universe you wanted this, and then you took baby steps towards it. You don't have to take a grand gesture. You don't have to jump, but you got to decide that that is no longer what you want, and then make moves towards what it is you say you do want. If you are saying you want to stop spending money like that, you want to save more, regardless of if it is saving 10 cents from your paycheck, you can save more. But even if it's just saving change, you need to start setting yourself up for the life that you're saying that you want to live. Otherwise, we're in a space right now where the universe is not playing with us. If we're saying we want this, but we're doing this, we're gonna continue to attract just that. Find ourselves stuck in a fucking loop doing the same thing over and over and over again. If you're saying that you want a new life, it's time. This is the time for you to really get that grunt work in. The energy of this entire planet is shifting right before our eyes. We're going to decide how we're going to use this energy. You're either going to utilize it to move with the flow of things, to move with what your heart is telling you, or you're going to continue to fight against yourself and stay stuck somewhere you do not want to be. So, what is your decision? How are you going to move about it? And this can hurt, you know what I'm saying? Because I look at myself over the last couple of years. I've had to lose friends. I had to walk. I won't even consider it a loss, because it's not. I don't lose anything. I gain something. Every time I walk away from what no longer serves me, I gain exactly what does, until that no longer serves me. And then I must release, and I keep continuing. It's a cycle, but it always is replaced tenfold. When you honor what the universe is telling you that you need to be doing, you will always be rewarded. You will never walk alone. You never walk alone. Even if you are living by yourself, you don't talk to nobody for the next 20 days or 20 years, you're never alone. You have spirit guides, angels, mentors, ancestors. We are one with all that is. We are one with it. So I say all that to say, now's the time to really get in alignment with your vision and your goals and your dreams and where you are headed in this universe and in this time and in this lifetime. We only get one chance to live this lifetime. It don't matter if you believe in past lives. It don't matter if you believe that we go to heaven or hell when we pass. What we all can agree on is that in this moment, right here, right now, we only get one chance to live this moment right here, right now. So what are you going to do with this moment right here, right now? You're going to continue to do what you know is causing you harm, what you know no longer want to do? Are you going to continue to move towards what is great for you, what feels good? You're going to be looking around and be grateful for all the steps that you have taken. It's time. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is time. I haven't read an oracle card for us in so long, in like literally any of my readings. So I'm about to pull a Sacred Rebels for us, and that's going to take us out. I'm sorry, guys, if you felt like I was preaching, but really, I'm not sorry, because it was a message that needed to come out, and the people that need to hear it will. It's time. Ain't no more time to waste. We're here, right now. Wow. New birth, guarded vigilantly. Number 24. In every creative process, in every birth, in every opening of a new cycle of life, there's a time of vulnerability. This vulnerability is natural and appropriate. It is the fowl learning to become steady on its legs. Those legs will become remarkably powerful in time, but the process of growth and maturity has to take place, and that requires some wobbly first attempts. It cannot be any other way. Within you, perhaps even below the level of your conscious awareness, there is a fresh new life emerging like a vibrant green shoot rising up from the earth. This new life is in need of your attention and your care. This could be a new relationship that needs tending with interest and kindness. It could be a new idea that you need to nurture into fullness because it is going to hold special purpose for your life path. It might be something within you, a new behavior, a new way of looking at yourself, or a new way of being in the world that you need to tend to until it becomes more natural for you to embody. This is most significantly so if you have also drawn the oracle of in the end, the worthwhile. If you feel drawn to do so, you may read the guidance for that card now. Drawing either or both of these cards alerts you to the fact that the idea you are currently nurturing or soon will is of great importance to your life path. Pay appropriate respect to the messages of those cards and you will reap great spiritual benefit and emotional well-being. You must pay attention to the new life emerging for you now, or that you will soon sense. You must not be careless and think it doesn't matter. It matters greatly. Being careless now is akin to killing off the idea before it has a chance to grow strong enough to withstand the criticism, jealousy, or sabotage by dark consciousness in others or yourself. We don't have to be frightened of destructive energy. It exists in nature and in us and is a part of life. We do, however, need to be intelligent to its potential power and stay centered in our heart and in our wisdom to avoid its ill effect upon that which we are nurturing into life. You will not always need to cloak that which is young. Soon enough, it will be able to stand for itself. But for right now, your vigilance and care is most certainly required. Hug your ideas to yourself as though they were a new lover you cannot bear to share with another. In time, the world will be the lover receiving the love in your idea. For now, it is for you to love, for you to hold, and for you to observe. Only allow those proven to be trustworthy to support you in this, those who can handle the frequency or vibration of what you are seeking to nurture. Some may love you, but be frightened of what you are creating. Stay true to yourself and your creative power and be wise as to whom you invite into your inner sanctum to witness this new life emerging. This oracle also brings particular guidance about keeping your inner sanctuary pure. This may be your room, a sacred place you visit, or your own body into which you retreat into relaxation or meditation. Sometimes you will find that others have taken up residence in your sanctuary. Perhaps an argument that you cannot let go of has another living in your head. A suffering that has not been acknowledged and released can feel like an old, big, dirty suitcase of emotional baggage cluttering up the temple space of your heart. It is time to focus on the purity, love, light, and compassion that dwells within you. Everything else will come and go, and that is just fine. But the purity within your sanctuary is eternal. You can come back to it to refresh your spirit and gain resources to help you deal with the rest of the world and even your own darker moments anew. It will give you the peace and spaciousness of mind you need to recognize the new life and to compassionately but firmly denounce any intrusion upon that new life by doubt, fear, or sabotage. All right, guys, I wasn't going to read the healing process, but I'm going to. If you guys are ready and you do not want to do the healing process, you may go ahead and click off. I love you guys and I'm grateful for the support. For those of you that are sticking around, here we go. Close your eyes and relax. Focus on your breath for several moments. Imagine the internal world fading away and allow yourself to step into your heart as though within you there is a silent, vast, open space. That space within is peaceful. Sense, see, or feel that deep within that space, a tender young shoot is rising out of the earth. With tremendous courage and focus, it has summoned the energy to crack through the seed that once contained its life force, and it is reaching directly up towards the light, boldly determined to become a full, mature plant. Imagine that you are joyfully, lovingly, and consciously standing guard over that shoot. From a loving, aware, and strong space, you firmly move on any big, muddy boots that would step on it, or any devouring insects that look rather interested in that